Hello YouTube, B3 here, back with another kicking action figure review. Yeah, today's figure is one, I've got a lot of requests to do this guy. Finally getting to it. He was in box for a very long time just because I didn't have anywhere to display him. And I still really don't, but I have this new table for reviews and stuff, so at the very least I have a place to set him while I wait for an actual shelf to come my way. I kind of want a DTOF shelf. And I was going to put him on top of that. But yeah, as you can see, it is the SH Monsterarts Destoroyah from Tamashii Nations and Bandai. Yeah, very great figure. Last I checked, the lowest price I saw on this guy was like $125 free shipping on Amazon, which is a pretty good deal. This is a pretty awesome figure. It is my biggest monster art, considering I don't have King Ghidorah or Biollante or anything. I just have this guy and some other normal sized and smaller ones. But yeah, Destoroyah, very great. Glad I have this big guy in my collection. But yeah, now let's get into this figure. He is, oh, wow, greasy actually. A little bit on the legs. But this guy is, oh, he's cool. You have to pop his tail in when you get him, because he doesn't fit in the box with his tail popped in, because he's gigantic. Huge, huge figure. You'll see that when size comparisons come around. I'm going to compare him to a ton of different stuff. You guys will love that. But, he's fantastic. He's got lots of great articulation. Lots of good movement here in the neck. You can look all the way up like that. Side to side, perfectly fine. You can see he's got lots of head movement, jaw movement, all of that stuff. He's got movement all in his arms here. As you can see, lots of great movement. Individual finger movement here. Look at that. Also have wing articulation. And not just like on the wing itself and stuff, also all his little fans in the wing. You can fan these out and move him around so he doesn't have big blank spaces in his wing. His little wings are articulated. Normally I'd have the figure closer for articulation, but as you can see, gigantic. So, kind of wish his chest opened up, but that would be a lot of little pieces and stuff. And there's no blast effect or anything. I'm not complaining that there aren't blast effects for this guy. That's fine by me, because one, he's huge and expensive enough already, and blast effects would just up the price. And two, my Fire Rodan comes with a purple blast, and I feel like I can use that with him, so I don't really have a problem. So you can use the purple blast with him if you want, from Fire Rodan. But yeah, you know, he's got torso movement and everything. Lots of great movement in the legs. You can see the joints are all detailed in there, which is really awesome. Got lots of movement in the legs, really great. And the foot also, side to side, lots of fantastic movement there. Really great. And some ball and articulation in the tail, as you can see. It's got lots of individual movement there. And one of my favorites, these claws open and close a little bit. Yeah, see that? Claw articulation on the tail. His big pincer moves, so you can put it around your Godzilla Jr.'s neck. I actually do have the Godzilla Jr. monster art, and I will definitely be doing that, because that is so awesome. But yeah, that is articulation for this guy. And as you can clearly see, detail and paint are just, oh wow. They are better than articulation is, because, you know, he's got a lot more movement than any other Destoroyah figure that's existed ever. But, you know, at the same time, he's a little difficult just because of his bulk to get him in lots of cool poses. You can get his upper body in all these cool different poses, but his lower body, for the most part, is going to stay the same. His legs, you aren't going to be posing a lot because they're just really going to need to be stationary. Unless, of course, you have him like stepping, but even that's kind of kind of rough to do. See, just because he's so big. But yeah, he looks really fantastic. I'm gonna try to get him closer for this since I won't be moving lots of little pieces. As you can see, he's got his horn here. It's got this nice clear plastic. Tamashii Nations did a great job with this guy. Silver tip. The detail on the head is just terrifying. He's a terrifying looking monster. He's got those dark eyes. Detail and stuff all on the inside of the mouth. 2 rows of teeth. I like all the 2 rows of teeth stuff that the Heisei era did. It's like a shark. I love it. He looks really awesome. He's got all this red and junk down his back. Looking fantastic. Shading everywhere. Whew. Boy, oh boy. All his claws and stuff jutting out of his legs and etc. Oh, I love all the shades of red on this guy. Great chest piece. It looks very glossy and stuff. Kind of dig it. But his claws look great, like they've been used. Fantastic. Fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful looking figure. You don't get much better than that. This is wow. This is wow. But yeah, enough of that. Let's finally get into those size comparisons. Alright, first up, I'm just going to go ahead and throw him in with some more super articulated figures. First off, here he is with the Comi-Con Explosion Godzilla, which is obviously, as I've said 1,000 times, the same sculpt as the first release, Heisei Godzilla. The new one we're getting is the same sculpt as Burning, but it's probably out by the time I upload this, to be totally honest, because it's coming out soon. But I think they scale up pretty well together, to be totally honest. I think they look great. You know, he looks like he could do battle with that Godzilla. And obviously, Comi-Con Explosion makes a great meltdown Godzilla, so they go together. They go together really well. They look really cool together, actually. And speaking of hot things, over here on the right, I have the Ultra Act Glenfire. Yeah, Ultra Act I've been really wanting for a long time. Got to review him also. But this is a very, very, very decent size comparison also. I mean, once you get Glenfire all posed and stuff and crouching and etc., he's going to look really, really good with Destoroyah. For sure. I mean, look at that. Boom. Total fight going on. You know you want to do this fight. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely into that. So yeah, he's going to scale up well with your super articulated Monsterarts and Ultra Acts. Here's Destoroyah with 2 other Godzilla monsters, this time cheap final American figures. It is the Bandai Creations Burning Godzilla and King Caesar. Obviously Burning Godzilla is here on the left, and he's the reissue. So, relatively recent Bandai Creations figure. Both of them are, actually. King Caesar's even more recent. But, anyways, yeah, before I start rambling, I think this is a good scaling, too. I really do. This Destoroyah is scaling well with stuff. And he's not even like... I mean, look at that. Boom! So regal. That's the best thing about super articulated figures, you know? One, you can get them in lots of cool poses, so your displays aren't incredible boring, and you can just have fun with them, taking pictures and etc. It's great fun. I love it, love it, love it. No point in all this articulation if you're not utilizing it, right? Gotta do that ACBA, except I'm not good at it, so I post in FIGPLA instead. Check out the FIGPLA podcast and the FIGPLA group on Facebook. Links in the description below. But yeah, another great thing about super articulation, my main point I was getting to, was that you can fudge size comparisons if you need to. You can change the size of your figures. Look how much I just made him grow. Look, oh, he's short Destoroyah. Oh, sheesh, y'all. You can stare you in the eyes and then get big enough to intimidate you again. Super articulation is fantastic. Fantastic. That's why you can make the Ultra Acts scale well with monsters they normally wouldn't scale up well with. You know, if they need to be shorter, you just put them in their crouching fighting poses they're always in normally. Super articulation is the best thing to happen to kaiju figures in a long time. Monsterarts, thank you. Ultra Act 2, and Figure Arts for that matter. FIGPLA, D-Arts, which doesn't really exist anymore, but you get the picture. Mafex, etc. This is just beautiful. And he also scales well with our Showa King Caesar over here, also from Bandai Creations, as I earlier stated. I just think he looks great. He looks great with these other monsters. He's bigger like he should be, and they just fit well. Now here's Destoroyah with some figures from other franchises. First up, a pure kaiju franchise. The Gamera franchise! Yay! Gamera! Classic childhood memories, and then the Heisei films for us adults. And we're getting a new Gamera film also. Gamera is also rebooting their franchise. I don't know if it's just going to be one film and then they're done, or if they're going to make a new series. But when Heisei came around, they were just going to make one film and be done. They weren't going to make a trilogy, let alone a fourth one, which was not my favorite film, but still decent enough. But yeah, I mean, I think my Showa Gamera here scales up well. This is the repaint of the Memorial Box, so if you have Memorial Box, this scaling also works. I think it's great. Destoroyah looks like he could pummel Gamera, and I'm sure Destoroyah could pummel Gamera. Showa Gamera for sure. Maybe not Heisei, I don't know. Heisei Gamera could probably stand just as good of a chance, if not better, than Heisei Godzilla did against Destoroyah. I bet it'd stand about the same chance. But also, here on the right, we have one of the most powerful Ultramen, if not the most powerful Ultraman in history, Ultraman Noah from Ultraman Nexus, which is a fantastic show, by the way. Highly recommended. The best Ultraman. It's a more adult Ultraman show, so naturally, it's very touching and deep, and it's really intense. But yeah, you know, Ultraman Noah here. I can't articulate him as much as Glenfire, and he's a little taller than Glenfire is anyways. It's good enough, I guess. Once again, Destoroyah is very big. Super articulation, you can pull off a lot. Even though I can't put Noah in a crouching position, I think they look cool together. Obviously, I'm not going to display Destoroyah with him, probably. All my Ultraman stuff's going to go together, more than likely. If I have the room to separate everything, don't have to just cram all my kaiju together like I used to have to. But he's really, really cool. I think he looks cool. So, Destoroyah really is scaling up with everything for now. You know, your basic vinyls in this scale anyways. Obviously, he's not going to scale up with your 8-inch Span Prestos or your 4 and 5-inch Trend Masters or anything like that. So all in all, what are my final thoughts on the SH Monsterarts Destoroyah figure from Tamahashi Nations and Bandai? Well, he's really fantastic. I just have to say, this guy is great. Great. He's got a great size to him. Lots of great articulation, and the detail and paint are unbeatable, really. He looks magnificent. Magnificent! He didn't come with the beam effect, but as I said earlier, that would have just upped his price, and he's already really expensive. That would have just made him more expensive, and also, you know, if you get Fire Rodan, who is a cheap monster art, by the way, then you can get a purple beam effect, and that goes great with him. Also, you can get a big beam effect for Godzilla, several stands, you get an interchangeable head for Mechagodzilla 2, all kinds of cool stuff with Fire Rodan. But, you know, straight up, I'm going to have to give this guy 5 out of 5 stars. I don't really have any gripes with him. There are monster arts I've had gripes with. There are old jacks I've had gripes with. There are figure arts I've had gripes with. But I don't have a gripe with this guy. If not, it's just his massive scale and size and articulation in general. He's just a great figure overall. If he was smaller, I would have complained about sizing. If he was smaller, I also would have complained about lack of an effect. But also, we're getting effect sets and etc. for Monster Arts that they're releasing. Can't wait for those. Really want the Godzilla beam effect with the explosion at the end of it. Some buildings and etc. All really great stuff. So, yeah. You know, that's really it for this review, you guys. 5 out of 5 stars. So, yeah, just think about whether you want this guy or not. Probably more for diehard Destoroyah fans and fans of that movie, or just really serious collectors or people who only buy the most top-notch of figures. If you're just really casual, maybe he's not for you because he is pretty pricey. If you're the kind of person maybe that leaves figures in box, or the kind of person that just puts them on the shelf and never messes with them, Monsterarts might not be for you, because if you're not going to open them up, you know, what's the point in having a super articulated figure if you're not going to articulate it? Also, if you're going to take him out of the box and just set him on your shelf and never do stuff with him, well, then I really don't see the point in having an action figure collection. So yeah, that wasn't me being judgmental. That's just my views on collecting. Anyways, 5 out of 5 stars. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you all so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. It means everything to me. Also, check out all my other channels. Got B3 Productions, which is, you know, kind of like my central channel. All my news and stuff goes up on there. Action figure collection updates, comic book collection updates, hauls, all kinds of cool stuff on that channel. Be sure to check it out. Also, Super Friends Benefits, which is my gaming channel, which is probably going to be doing a lot of stuff with Jimmy Dan 93's channel. He has a gaming channel. He's trying to get big. And my buddy External Omega is also getting, he's making a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, I think, because his last channel he got locked out of somehow or something dumb. But I think he's going to start a Yu-Gi-Oh channel. Maybe. That might not happen. It depends on whether the people you want to play Yu-Gi-Oh with, I guess, want to do it or not. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh. But yeah, you guys can check out his channel eventually. So I might be doing gaming stuff with all of them. So check out his and Jimmy Dan 93's channels when they pop up. Jimmy Dan 93 is already up, by the way. He's in a lot of... They're both in a lot of my videos, actually. Anyways, continuing. Also, The Slender Happening, which is my horror drama suspense channel. It's a web series, really awesome. I actually have to be talented for it, unlike these reviews. And lots of other cool stuff. Facebook, Twitter, and as I said, the FIGPLA group and FIGPLA podcast. Links to them down below also. You can connect with Comi-Con, Mr. TF Prime, lots of other YouTubers on the FIGPLA group. Some in the podcast too, when we make episodes of that. So if you want to hook up with other action figure collectors and stuff that are on YouTube, FIGPLA is a great place to go. I'm very active in the group. I'm actually an admin. Please check it out. We need more Godzilla people there. We have plenty of Godzilla people. I just want more. So that's it, you guys. Thanks again for rating, commenting, and subscribing. 5 out of 5 stars, and I'll see you all later.